All right.
Okay, let's go ahead and run it.
How you doing, brother?
I am good. I got Mr. Miles Bailey on the phone, where everybody knows he's an iconic fight manager with some of the top fighters in the world, the industry over five. Miles, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, brother. How you doing there, brother
Man,
Ed?
I can't complain. I can't complain at all. I just wanted to sit down and chat with you a little bit and share with the world what's going on in the boxing industry. So let's
Well,
start
well,
out with this. Share a little bit of information about yourself so the world knows who you are.
I've been in boxing for over 45 years. I started out in Bedford Stuyvesant and South Queens Boys Club, and also Fort Apache in the Bronx, way back in the day. But yeah, I got my real claim to fame in the Bedford Stuyvesant with my boy Farad Muhammad Pinchback, who was with Mark Breland, Eddie Mustafa, Riddick Bowe, Mike Tyson. And actually, Farad went over and won the Junior Olympics in 1980. I was older than those guys, so I couldn't go by a couple of months because you got to be 15. But him and Mike went over there and did damage. But you see what Mike's career did, and Farad just ran into a little hiccup. But real quick about Farad, I got to always talk about him. He beat a kid named Clinton Mitchell. He knocked him out in the Empire State Games, and Farad was ranked number 5 in the world back then in the amateurs. And Clinton went on to beat a guy named Bernard Hopkins, and Hopkins
Yeah.
didn't lose the fight after that once in 20 years to Roy Jones. This is real stuff going on. So to circle back to me, I was with Dave Seaves, who has the Cops and Kids, and Stu Rowland. My man Nermal Lorick, who's my partner, who trains the guys, and my boy Richard Schwartz, who's a cut man with Marshall Ensign, and Dante Ortiz. These are all cut men. And the fighters I'm working with is Michael Hunter, ranked number 1 in the world. Oh, he's getting ready to get a title shot. I'm working with Ike as the promotion. We're running this now. He fights Friday. We're really Saturday morning, but Friday I want them to get their pay-per-view to go because it comes on Saturday morning in Lagos. He's fighting Eldris, Afina Eldris. And also back to me again, Michael Hunter, Demetrius Long, he's a 147. Debuted, he's great. He's going to be the next Tommy Hearns. My man Siobhan Stillwell, 5-0. He's at Cleveland, Ohio. I'm also working with Israel Mercado, who's somewhat of a champion. He's a 140. He's like 14-1, and also Ronnie Gavel from the Mayweather gym. And I got a couple other blue chip kids I'm working with. But the key that working what's going on, Stacy McKinley, he's going to be training Ike. He's not going to be training him for this fight, but hopefully down the line, and we're going to be fighting every month in Lagos or somewhere in Africa. Ike is going to beat this guy. He's 20-0. Also, we're going to be fighting every month till year's end, which means we'll keep him busy. And
Now
we're
I
going to have
understand.
another.
Now I understand Ike is 20-0, but he's also been out of the boxing game for what, 16 years now.
Yeah, but
Now
that's
that
it's
he's
like he
stepped
took.
back, I just want to bring this out to the forefront. It's been 16 years, a 16-year hiatus. Has
Right.
he been training this whole time since he's been, in his private class? Has he been training this whole time, getting ready for this fight?
Yes. If you get to your websites, you go to your social media. I've been posting it. I sent it to you. He trains 4 or 5 hours a day. He runs 10 to 15 miles every other day, and it's there. So again, everything is good on this part. But let me get back to a little more. So we're gonna get back to Ike.
Okay.
I'm also working with a legend named Leon Muhammad. He's been in the game for 60 years. He's assisting me on some personal matters with Ike to keep him going and, make sure things are right. Because you know how these people are going to come out to woodwork. Because Ike didn't really do this. This was just a misunderstanding. But he did the time and we're going to move on. And even if he did, he did his penance. He did his time. And he wants to get out in life because everybody gets second chances. And just to get a little religious for people, Jesus Christ was perfect. The only man on this world. They still crucified him. So everybody should get a second chance, whatever you are, as long as you're not keep going with it, or as they say, just flagrant, whatever you do, nobody's perfect.
That's
Like I
right.
said, everybody should get a chance to redeem themselves and move on in life. But just another quick couple of notes on some people. My boy from Gleason's gym called Dylan Parsley. He has some pro fighters. I've been with him. He was also in the gym with me back in Bedford Stuyvesant back in the 80s, and he's still He's going to come on board because he's with Bruce Silverglaze down there. One day I was going to buy that gym. It didn't work out. And then I'm working with Sam Watson from Vegas, another mentor of mine for 40 years in the game. Real good guy. He was with Mayweather, Al Heyman, and all those other good guys. And last but not least on boxing, my boy Terry Canty from Michigan with Al Lowe. Al Lowe used to be Michael Spinks and Leon Spinks' manager and mentor. So again, I got a lot of stuff going on I'm working with. And the big thing that's helping me along is the four kings of mine. We're working on. So we have RX Sports with Dennis Schultz, Eric Mason, Tony Kennedy, and we have this stuff that it's like BioFreeze, Icy Hot, Bengay. It puts all that to shame, and we're all working together on this with my boy Michael Hunter. He's down with us. That's the bounty hunter. He's going to be getting a title shot real soon. So all this is happening. I just giving you a quick breakdown on what's going on in the next several months. But Friday night, which is Saturday morning, Ike is going to be fighting for the title. So I hope everybody can get to the pay-per-view, and you have the link. I'll send it out. It's easy. It's only $29, and you're going to see some fireworks. Ike is going to destroy this guy, and Ike is coming in for the title. Like he said, he's coming for Usyk, and Usyk is just keeping the title warm for him. He'll be for that. So next
that
question.
Sounds good.
I think I gave you a nice little synopsis on what's going to happen.
Yes, I've been following everything you send to me. I just wanted to make sure we let America hear, what's going on, because everybody doesn't have the same information. Now, I know before Ivy Abuchi, before he went in hiatus, I don't want to mention what he went in hiatus for because that's not everybody's business. But I do want to say that he was undefeated when he went in.
Right.
He had defeated Marcos Gonzalez, who was 17-1. David Tuo, who was 27-0. He even defeated Chris Bird, who was 26-0.
Knocked him out. Knockout.
Yes. Is he still ready to dominate the boxing industry with this fight against Idris Afeni?
Absolutely. And that's what we're going to show the world. Me and my team, Jim Hunter's working with me, Stacy McKinley, not for this fight. There's a lot of guys that are going to be pushing with me to do this. Also, I'm going to reach out to with my daughter who's working with Eddie Hearns in Matchroom Boxing and Turkey Al-Sheikh. They're going to take notice after this because, again, this is happening on Saturday morning, people, so they'll know. They don't wake up and it's done. So Friday night, click on to get your pay-per-view. So this way, when you wake up in the morning, you can watch the fight. It's an awkward situation because it's over in Africa and we have like an 8 or 10 hour time difference.
Lagos, so they'll try Nigeria.
Nigeria. I'm sorry. Lagos, Nigeria. Correct.
Yes, my Saturday, bad. August 23rd.
Correct. Which is in 3 days. Today is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Friday, you get the fight. You prepay. This way, when you wake up in the morning, you can see fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
My man is over there too. Ellie Setback is over there with boots on the ground. Ellie has 1 million followers. So make sure you give him a shout out and send this to him so he can put it on his page. And this way we'll get more people. The whole world will be watching this because Ike is the president. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Ike is the president. Now, I also want to highlight yourself because you have a lot of accomplishments on your own. Now that you're the boxing aficionado, explain that to me. How did you come up with that name?
Well, there was a guy, my man, called Chris, we used to call him Hustle Boss. And he saw how my predictions was always on course because I had a lot of fighters. I had this kid, Kim Du Bethel Boykin. He was undefeated with me. I had Chris Smith, the mechanic, and Lonnie Thompson. So I always picked out good fighters. So he saw how I was predicting about fights that they would come in. He said, man, you're so good at this. Because I said, yeah, at the time I was doing it close to 30 years. This is I was in the Mayweather gym in Vegas. And that's how I hooked up with Mike and his brother because his mother came to the gym and saw what I was doing and said, hey, Miles, look out for my boys, which I've been doing ever since. We've been cool. So now that's why I'm Mike's manager for the moment. So they gave me the boxing aficionado name because I'm like 97 to 98% prediction rate where I know where the guy's going to win. And not that it does, just that I've been doing this a long time, because I boxed myself. When I fought the junior Olympic champion. I lost to him, but he had 90 fights. I only had a few fights. But it was no embarrassment because after him beating me, he went on to win the Golden Gloves. His name was Felix Tito Rosado. He had the name Tito before Trinidad had it because he was from Puerto Rico also. So this is just how it goes. But I got it because I'm such a good thing with boxing. People know who I am. And that's how they gave me that name.
Okay, let me ask you, how important I mean, I know it's been a while since Abiyabuchi has had a fight. How important is it for him to come back into the industry and claim his crown? Is it just
Well,
for himself, or is it for his fans, or is it for his country?
well, he's going for the country because you got to look at it like this, people. The man's been away, and I take it to like riding a bicycle. Did you ever ride a bicycle before?
Oh yeah, you can't
So when
forget
you ride
that.
a bicycle, you can always just go back to doing it because it's not hard. When you did it, you can still do it again. It's not like it's a simple thing. Once you get on the bike, you start riding it again,
Yeah,
and
once you learn the basics.
yeah, like the old one too. Same thing. It's like I could hit that speed bag with my eyes closed. People look at me like, "Wow, how do you do that?" It's easy.
So
Not
now
that it's
that
easy, but you heard the expression. I can see this with my eyes closed.
yes, yes. So now that he is returning, I'm just want to make sure everybody understands what is this going to do for his career? Is he going to still pursue boxing, or is it just about this match? I mean, I know he has, other people that he's looking at fighting after this, but how far will he take his boxing career at this age?
Well, I think personally he's taking it serious because he wants Usyk. He wants to get back. He wants to get his family back. He wants to do things to really make the boxing world and country know that he's back and he's going all the way with it. So again, I got some people behind me. We're working on it, and we're going to finish this off to let the president do what he does. But he's going to take it seriously. He's going to do what he has to do. And until somebody knocks him off, it's like when Floyd retired. Give him a break. Let somebody beat him. And George Foreman came back and did it. So he's trying to break George Foreman's record, what he said. That's what
Okay,
he's doing.
okay. I mean, like in this point in time, you have a lot of old school champions that are stepping back into the ring. Is there a reason for these guys to come into this generation and continue fighting?
Well, I guess from the modern medicine, it helps us like back in the days, and people don't notice. I give a little history. If you remember about Rocky Marciano,
Yes.
people don't know he retired at 32 years old. Go look it up. He was 49 and 0. So it's different now. 32 is like a baby in the ring. Guys to get 40, like Usyk is pushing 40, and nobody talks about his age. And he's a good fighter. He's undefeated too. That's why Ike wants him. Usually when you get 40 to 45, then it's time to hang him up. But Ike had a little hiatus, so he wasn't beat up in the ring where he had all these wars. That's another reason why guys have to retire, because between the training, the sparring, the fighting, it wears your body down.
Yes.
He's like, he has the body of like I said 30, 35, because for 20 to 25 years, he hasn't been in the ring. So that's fine, because if you'll see the proof of being the pudding on Saturday morning when he's fighting. That's when we'll see the truth. And when he wins, the whole world will take notice then.
Right. I agree
But
with
that
you.
being said, but that being said, I like to not just curtail this. I like to give you more in another day or two, because I want to keep the people in suspense. I want to keep them captivated. I want them to come back for more.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm excited myself about a fight like this. Like I stated earlier, in this point in time in 2025, there's just so many people coming out of the woodwork to reclaim a title, as the challenge with Clarissa Shields and Layla Ali. I'm
And
glad Layla Ali came in and stated what she stated, because she has nothing to prove. But because that's in the media, a younger lady that's at her prime dominating the boxing industry, it's just like the guys. We're just talking about the women. So I
correct,
salute everybody coming back out, but I also salute the old school that's not going back into the game to jeopardize their career.
correct. But I think I would like to come back and talk about that, because I have a inside source through the grapevine that fight will happen. So that being said, Ed, let's give it a little hiatus for now. We'll be
Okay.
back. Let's give the people more. You have it. Let's go, and God bless and salute, and let's everybody get to their theaters, get to their websites, watch this fight. It's going to be a great fight.
Hey, before we run, I wanted to, just mention my man, Michael the Hunter.
Oh
I
yeah, the
mean,
bounty hunter. Yes,
yeah, I
we
don't
got.
want to forget Michael. I have to
No,
give him
no,
shouts
no.
out. Um,
Yes, well, let's really quickly. Let's give you something on him. He's supposed to be
simply
fighting
to
in the
win the
debut.
Mike's main thing is to simply win the WBA. in
Yeah,
Dubai
let
and
me
Unify by
give you,
2026.
but let me give you a quick thing on that so that we can put on to the next, because I want to focus on Ike for now because he fights on Saturday. But Mike is going to be fighting Big Baby on the 11th of September, 2 days before the Crawford fight. And then he's going to be fighting Pulev on October 4th in Miami on a Don King card. So we can double back on this in a couple of days, but I just want to focus
Okay.
right now on Ike. But Mike, that's my guy. I want him, but we got a month for that. But we got 3 weeks. But Ike, we want the people to get in and get the boxing fans to see what they want, see what they like, and see what they should have because this is what they're thirsty for.
That sounds good. Hey, look, Mike Bailey, I thank you, Miles, for sitting down, chopping this up with me, letting America know what's going on with this next fight with your main man Ike Iwabuchi. This is Eddie Love, tuned in with Atlanta Channel 32, Atlanta's first and only combat sports channel. We'll be in touch.
And you can get with me at Miles Bailey. I'm on boxing. I'm on Instagram 530. You'll see me. I'm there with my guys. You can catch me. And you can call me too. I'll get back to you because I talked about boxing to everybody. I'm an open book.
That sounds good. I thank you again, Miles.
Okay. God bless.
God bless, sir.